Hi friends, my name is Nandita. I am from Andhra Pradesh.
Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss about Republic Day. Children, Republic Day has been celebrated every year in India on January 26 since 1950 to honor the date on which the Constitution of India came into effect. India was a colony of British over 200 years and became independent from the rule of British Raj following the Indian independent movement. Republic Day is celebrated on January 26th every year. This day is celebrated with favor on parade across the India. It marks the day when India got truly independent and attained the historic Purna Swaraj. We became a sovereign, secular, socialist, democratic republic country on 26th January 1950, almost 3 years post independence. Republic Day is the day to remember when the Constitution of India officially came into force on January 26, 1950. This historical act formally transitioned India to become an independent republic, and hence it is celebrated on 26th January every year. It's noted that through India gained freedom from the British rule after a long struggle in the wee hours of August 15, 1947. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru delivered his famous speech trying with density, declaring Indian independence to the citizens. But sadly, this freedom did not come along with the democracy and the right to choose our own government. Hence, the India did not have an official constitution. Then our country was an constitutional monarchy under the rule of King George VI even after independence. It was finally after 2.5 years later, on January 26, 1950, when the Indian Constitution came into effect, thus making India one of the biggest democracies in the world. It was on this day when India was declared as a sovereign, socialistic, secular, democratic republic. And to honor this day, the Indian Republic Day is celebrated with a great favor throughout the country every year on January 26. Children, now let us discuss the information, history and importance of Republic Day in India. Children, it was through the monumental Indian Independence Act of 1947 through which India gained its independence. On an act of the United Kingdom's Parliament which divided British India into two parts, as mentioned earlier, through India gained its freedom from the British rule, it was still under the constitutional monarchy of King George VI, means the head and Mountbatten, who was the Governor General. This was because in 1947 the India did not have its own constitution. In fact, the laws in India at the time were based on the Government of India Act of 1935. Realizing the need of having an Indian constitution, a drafting committee was set up with Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar being appointed as its chairman. The sole objective of sitting this committee was to draft the Constitution of India, which would be the supreme law of India. The Constitution lays down a broad framework of the fundamental political code, structure, powers, procedures, and duties of all government institutions, and also states the fundamental right duties of all citizens of India. The committee worked tirelessly for many months and submitted their first draft to the Constitution on November 4, 1947 to the Constituent Assembly. It took exactly 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to finally adopt the Constitution with necessary amendments. Through the Constitution of India was adopted on 26 November 1947 by the Constituent Assembly of India. It was formally made effective on 26 January 1950. The reason it was during in 1929 during the Indian National Congress INC Lahore section that a demand for complete independence was made in the history of Indians' freedom struggling from the British rule. This was followed by January 26, 1930, being announced at the Purna Swaraj Divas, means completely Independence Day. To honor this important day in Indian freedom movement, our constitution was adopted on 26 January 1950. Through the India became a freedom nation on August 15, 1947, it declared itself as a forging, democratic and republic state with the adoption of the constitution on January 26 in 1950. Now let us discuss the journey of Indian Republic. Children, a salute of 21 guns and the unfurling of the national flag by Dr. Rajendra Prasad heralded the historic birth of the Indian Republic on January 26, 1950. 894 days after our country became a dominant following withdrawal of British rule. Since then, every year the day is celebrated with a great pride and happiness all over the nation. The transition of India from a British colony to a foreign, secular, and a democratic nation was indeed historical. It was a long journey of around 2 decades that started with the conceptualization of the dreams in 1930 to its actual realization in 1950. A look into the journey that led to the birth of Indian Republic will make our celebrations more meaningful. Children, now let us discuss what is Lohar section of Indian National Congress. The seeds of a republican nation were sowed at the Lohar section of the Indian National Congress at the midnight of December 31st, 1929. The section was held under the presidency of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Thus, the president in the meeting took a pledge to mark January 26th as an independent day in order to march towards realization the dream of complete independence from the British. The Lohar section paved way to the civil disobedience movement. It was decided that January 26, 1930 would be observed as the Purna Swaraj Complete Independence Day. Many Indian political parties and Indian revolutionaries from all over the country united to observe the day with honor and pride. Children, now let us discuss about Indian Constituent Assembly meeting. The Indian Constituent Assembly, which was constituted as a result of the negotiations between the Indian leaders and the members of the British Cabinet Mission, had its first meeting on December 9 in 1946. The objectivity of this assembly was to give the Indian a constitution which would serve a lasting purpose, and hence appointed a number of committees to thoroughly research the various aspects of the proposed constitution. The recommendations were discussed, debated, and revised many times before the Indian constitution was finalized and officially adopted 3 years later on November 26, 1947. Children, now let us discuss when this constitution came into force. Though India became a free nation on August 15, 1947, it enjoyed the true spirit of independence on January 26, 1950. When the Constitution of India finally came into force, the Constitution gave the citizens of India the power to govern themselves by choosing their own government. Dr. Rajendra Prasad took oaths at the first president of Indian at the Darbar Hall in the Government House, and this was followed by the presidential drive along a 5-mile route to the Irving Stadium when he unfurled the national flag. Since the historical day, the January 26th is celebrated with festivities and patriotic fervor all over the country. The day owes its importance to the Constitution of India that was adopted on this day. On this Republic Day, read what the great Constitution of India that propounds liberally democracy has in its store. Let's also feel proud in pronouncing what preamble to our constitution says. Children, do you know that with Article 395 and 8 schedules, the Indian Constitution is the largest written constitution in the world? Yes. Let us see what Dr. Rajendra Prasad said. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, you already know that the first president of India, in his speech to his countrymen on the birth of Indian Republic Day, he said like this. We must dedicate ourselves on this day to the peaceful but sure realization of the dream that had inspired the father of our nations and the other captains and soldiers of our freedom struggle. The dream of establishing a classless, cooperative, free and happy society in his country. We must remember that this is more a day of dedications than of rejoicing. Dedication of the glorious task of making the peasants and workers, the toilers and the thinkers fully free, happy and cultured. Now let us discuss about this speech of Rajagopalachari. See Rajagopalachari, His Excellence the Governor General, in broadcast talk from the Delhi station of All India Radio Station on January 26, 1950, he said like this. On the eve of many lying down office with the inauguration of the Republic, I should like to tender my greetings and best wishes to the men and women of India who will henceforth be a citizen of a republic. I feel deeply thankful for the affection showered on me by all sections of the people, which alone enable me to bear the burden of an office to the duties and conventions of which I had been an utter stranger. Children, now let us discuss about celebrations gallery. Republic Day is celebrated every year with enthusiasm all over the country, and to mark the importance of this occasion, a grand parade is held in the capital, New Delhi, from Resina Hill near the Rashtrapati Bhavan, means President House, along with the Rajpath past Indian Gate and on to the historic Red Fort. The event begins with the Prime Minister of India laying a wreath at the Amar Jawan Jyoti at Indian Gate, commemorating all the soldiers who sacrificed their lives for the country. Soon as a 21-gun salute is presented, the President unfurls the national flag and the national anthem is played. This marks the beginning of the parade. The President is accompanied by the notable foreign head of state, who is the invited chief guest at the celebration. The parade begins with the winners of gallantry awards passing the President in opening jeeps. President of India, who is the Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Armed Forces, talks the salute at the Grand Parade. The Indian military also showcases its latest acquisitions such as tanks, missiles, radars, etc. Soon after, awarded and medals of bravery are given by the President to the people from the armed forces for the exceptional courage in the field, and also to those civilians who have distinguished themselves by their different acts of valor in different situations. After this, helicopters from the armed forces fly past the parade area, showering rose petals on the audience. The military parade is also followed by the colorful culture parade. Indians' rich historical heritage is predicted in the form of tabulas from various states. Each state displays its unique festivals, historical locations, and art. This exhibition of diversity and richness of the culture of India lends a effective air to the occasion. Telebullets from various government departments and ministries of Indians are also present, displaying their contribution towards the progress of the nation. The most cheered section of the parade is when the children who gave one National Bravery Award ride past the diyas on elephants. School children from all over the country also participate in the parade, showcasing folk dances and singing to the tunes of patriotic songs. The parade also includes displays of skillful motorcycle rides by the armed force personnel. The most eagerly waited part of the parade is the fly past put on by Indian Air Force. The fly past marks the conclusion of the parade when the fighter planes of the IAF roar past the Diya, symbolically saluting the president. Army, all the three wings are literally Navy and Air Forces present their show in the form of tabules, so that the different states of the country presenting their special features of local culture. Unity in diversity is their theme. The Air Force President spectacularly feats with their aircraft. The highest military awarded are also represented on this occasion at the parade. Children showing exemplary courage select from all over the country are also awarded. The day of the parade begins with the Prime Minister offering homage to the martyrs Amara Jawan Jyoti. Who gave up their lives to the nation may live on. Let us salute our martyrs who enable us to celebrate the Republic with honor and pride. Children, on this day, live webcast of the Republic Day Parade is made available every year to millions of sufferers who wish to view the parade over the internet. After the event is over, the exclusive footage is made available as video on demand. The celebrations, though on a relatively smaller scale, are also held in all state capitals, where the governor of the state unfurls the three colors. Similar celebrations are also held at the district headquarters, subdivisions, and panchayatis. Now let us discuss about PM Rally. Children, the Republic Day celebration is a 3-day extra, and the post this celebration at Indian Gate on the 27th January, a Prime Minister rally is held by a frame of NCC cadets displaying a various breathtaking performance and drill. Now let us discuss about Lok Tarang. The Ministry of Culture, Government of India, in association with 7 zonal culture centers, organizes Lok Taranga National Folk Dance Festival every year from 24th January to 29th January. This festival provides a unique opportunity for people to witness colorful, vibrant, and authentic folk dances drawn from various parts of the country. Children, let us discuss about Breathing the Retreat. Breathing the Retreat officially denotes the end of the Republic Day festivities. All important government buildings are beautifully decorated with lights every evening from 26th January to 29th. Beating the Retreat ceremony is conducted on the evening of 29th January, the third day of the Republic Day. The ceremony starts by the passing bands of the three serfs marching in unison, playing popular marching tunes. The drummers also gave a solo performance, followed by the drummers play Abided with Me, and the kinds made of the tubular bells placed quiet at a distance create a mesmerizing ambience. This followed by the blood call for retreat. The bandmasters then marches to the president and request permission to take the bands away, and informing that the closing ceremony is now completed. The bands march back playing a popular marital tune, Sare Jahan Se Acha. Children, exactly 6 pm, the pluggers sound the retreat and the national flag is lowered and the national anthem is sung, bringing the Republic Day celebrations to a formal end. Children, I concluded that in all schools, colleges, government offices, and private organizations, the celebrations is enjoyed with full enthusiasm. March past and parade takes place in schools along with the other functions. Many schools distribute sweets to the students. The people celebrated the spirit of freedom and forgot the difference between them, such as caste, religion, language, and culture. Happy Republic Day and thank you.